one right now, but overall. My name is Mohammed Palota. I am a second year SFAC member.
And I'm Kevin Nessinger, a faculty senate appointee from the libraries.
My name is Juan Gonzalez Diaz. I'm a first year SFAC member and I'm an accounting senior.
Hi, my name is Catherine Lopez. I'm first year SFAC member. My name is Diego Blackman. This is my second year serving on SFAC and third year law student.
My name is Diego. I'm my first year on SFAC. I'm a biochem and psychology major. Senior.
Dono Young, Dana student, ex officio member.
Karen Park, Executive Director of Business Services, ex officio member.
Debbie Moon, administrative assistant to the students. This is my student worker. She's just shadowing me.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Charlotte Russell. I am the executive producer of Coog TV this year. If you don't know what Coog TV is, we are an organization under the Center of Student Media, basically focused in all of video production, whether that be news content, sports content, short films, documentaries, unscripted YouTube content, or social media. I like to say anything you can think of with a camera, we try to film and produce it. So yeah, that's us. And yeah, here are some of our, oh. Whoa, whoa. Here are some of our highlights. Wait, if it shows up. Oh, please. Could you just press the button for me? Here are some of our highlights of last year. So we had a really great year at Coog TV. First off, we had 2 alumni connections. So we actually connected to 2 alumni production companies called House of 1927 and Love Chain Productions to provide opportunities for our members and students. So House of 1927 are actually the people that changed the name from Student Video Network to Coog TV around 10 years ago. So we are so incredibly grateful to have them back and have them talk to our members. So last year they did a workshop just to talk about different things like how to deal with the industry. They've been working in the film production industry for around 10 years. They worked on shows like Love is Blind, different reality TV type shows. So having them here was just such a great opportunity for members to talk and just to see like what's it like, and some things that might not get talked about in a classroom, like different connections or items like that. And they have helped us develop more connections along the way. And then Love Chain Productions has really helped us bring on hands-on experience to our members, so giving them opportunities to film for commercials. Last year we filmed for the Renaissance Festival. We filmed for different companies as well. So they've really helped us solidify in commercial industry style stuff, and we have loved working with them and we want to continue working with them more. Next is our film festival. This is something, go back to the highlights, please. Next is our film festival. So we had over 500 attendees, 550 actually, to our film festival in the Cullen Performance Hall last year. Such an incredible event. Over 20 short films were shown and 7 winning shorts that were actually judged by professionals in the industry. So we had Mo and Everest from Love Chain Productions judge, and Blake from House of 1927, and then also Autumn from the Houston Cinema Society. And this was the first time we actually brought in judges from in the film industry to judge them, and it was so great. And we actually reached out to other Texas universities to submit their short films as well, and we actually had one short film win from a different Texas university as well. So while it was mostly University of Houston content and Coog TV content, we tried to reach out to Texas universities as well to get Coog TV's name out there and U of H's name out there. So just really wonderful event. My favorite event in Coog TV, and I just love it, yeah. Next is our travel opportunities. So we got to go to the Final Four last year. Our sports production team really had a great time learning different things that are happening at the team. Going to a big event like the Final Four was so cool, and obviously we were in the Final Four, so it was really, really cool to see all these different things, getting a lot of experience outside in the field and seeing all of that stuff, especially with the sports content. And then we also went to South by Southwest in Austin last year, which is a film festival that showcases a lot of indie movies, a lot of big production movies as well. And we got to talk to a bunch of people in the film industry, hearing about things that they did when they started. We got to hear a director create his first indie movie and just the struggles and the different learning curves that he had to add to that. So it's just such a learning experience, and we were so incredibly grateful to go, and just other great opportunities to travel in the field, and we are so incredibly grateful for that. And then finally is our community. Coog TV has grown in the past year so much. I see it as a student. I walk into the studio, and literally on Friday, there were 2 shoots going on at the same time. We had the entire studio filled for a new shoot, and then out in the hallway they were filming a short film. It was just so incredibly wonderful to see that community and excitement for Coog TV. We've had around 500 new Instagram followers and around 100K impressions on X, which is mostly focused on our sports content. So yeah, we've been growing a lot, and I want to continue that growth as well. And that leads me into our new initiatives. So our new initiatives are exposure, experience, and community. So exposure, as I've said before, we've been emphasizing making a connection towards people in the film industry and in like the sports production industry, media industry, all of them, everything we do, in and around Houston, everywhere. We just want to get Coog TV's name out there, University of Houston's name out there, and just showcasing what our members are capable of. We have around, not including our staff, we have around 60 team leader positions that we use at Coog TV, and then around every single shoot, we probably have around 5 roles that people fulfill, new members fulfill, which is just so incredibly grateful. And getting that experience, we want to showcase it to everybody in Houston and around Houston. Next is our experience. Obviously, we've been trying to gain as much experience to our members as possible. This means going out, filming different things around Houston, going to different places. Obviously, we went to South by Southwest to get the experience of being in a film festival atmosphere. Final Four really gained some experience going and seeing a bunch of stuff. So just getting some opportunities in and outside Coog TV. And obviously our alumni connections are also helping that out. And finally, while I mentioned it was a big highlight last year, community is also very important this year and next year. This includes hosting more events, getting people just getting Coog TV more well known on campus, making sure people know, hey, this is a organization you can join and learn more about how to use a camera. You don't need to be a media production major. You don't need to have any other interest besides, I like to use a camera. Like when I first started Coog TV, I didn't know how to use a camera, and now I can set an entire studio by myself. So I just think it's such a wonderful organization that I want to show to more people and just promote it more. So yeah, and that leads me to our request. So first, we're asking for FY26 additional funding for travel. So this would be for NAB conference, was the National Association of Broadcasters conference. Basically just a conference to show all the new and up and coming things in broadcasting, in media, all of that. It's such an incredibly helpful conference to go to. It's very informative because obviously media especially is always changing with the release of short form content, with AI. There's always new things that are changing that we need to adapt upon, and we want to be able to hear professionals in the industry hear what's happening and what's going on. So that's why we are asking for that funding. And then next is events and marketing. This is just mostly, again, that exposure of getting Coog TV's name out there, getting our different short films out there, different members at Coog TV's, their names, and just making sure everybody knows about this organization. Yeah, and then our one-time request for next year is for travel for NAB and sports. My sports team has been working really, really hard to try and go to every single event they can go to. They went to media camp last week. They've been doing last year, obviously, the Final Four and a couple other events as well. And it costs some money to go to all these different places and to make sure that these members have the opportunity to go, because sports especially is such a travel associated thing. There's a game in like every city. You have to figure out how to get coverage from it or how to learn it. So that's why we're asking for that. And then we are also asking for NAB conference for next year as well. Again, NAB conference is such an important conference for us. We learn so much from it, and we are just so incredibly important. Yeah, and then finally, our one more time request for events and marketing again. So this would cover different events for FY27, including just our Halloween party, different events on campus. This for FY27 would include film festival. Be very, very important to us to get the name out there, and just again solidifying that exposure, that experience in that community at the University of Houston and at Coog TV. So yeah, and then moving on. this is our budget overview. We are so incredibly thankful for everything you guys have given us. I love this organization so much, and it is so important to me. So you guys giving us this funding is just incredibly important because it helps us grow, it helps us learn more, it helps us understand more. So yeah, and then the next slide is more of our information. And yeah, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great day.
Sorry?
We have questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So, analyzing the request, we went through some of our meetings and analyzing the Cougar, Coog TV, and Coog Radio. We did see some overlap within our sports traveling coverage.
Mm-hmm.
So, due to the limited funds that we do have for FY26 and FY27, we wanted to go up to Coog TV, Coog Radio, and the Cougar. And is there any way that you guys can collaborate in assembling one team necessarily, so one team can go to the different locations? Because we will be basically, if we funded all 3 requests, we will be basically sending 3 different teams to each different game. And that racks up a lot of costs, as you mentioned. We're trying to do the most out of the money that our students have given us. So how can we make sure that those funds are being allocated properly? Like, is there any way that you can collaborate directly with either the Cougar or Coog Radio to make sure that we're doing the most out of the funds for those travel expenses?
Yeah, I completely agree. It racks up a lot, and I do think we have been trying to collaborate in the past. I know a lot of the footage that, a lot of the photography that the Cougar uses, we've used on our thumbnails for our Coog TV videos. So yeah, creating a team for that would be a really great idea. I don't want to limit the amount of people that can go and travel. That's my only issue, but obviously we want to collaborate with our organizations as much as possible as well. So yeah.
I have a follow-up to that. With, that being said, with all the athletics travel that y'all do, has any, partnership with athletics been explored either recently or in the past? And if so, what sort of came out of that? Why did athletics say no? Or has athletics even considered it?
Well, we've partnered with athletics through press. I'm not sure how a connection would work besides that. We've done a lot of other things with them, we did a life and arts where we had the softball team ask what's in their bag and all of that. So we have been trying to pursue more connection to that, but nothing that would provide funding, I do not think. Yeah.
Okay. Thinking specifically also for travel. So there's a lot of sports travel that happens.
Yes.
The athletics team travels a lot. So
Yes.
I guess the question then would be more geared towards have any member, has your team been at least reached out, or has athletics reached out to y'all about a more concerted effort with y'all traveling with the team? That way it'd be easier for y'all to, extend that hand.
I'm not sure if we have reached out to them, but we definitely can and try and mend that gap. I know they have their own media stuff, so they have their own media company, all of that, so it's kind of difficult to have that connection as well, but we can definitely reach out to them and see if any of that could happen. Yeah.
And then I guess I have another follow-up question in regards to travel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious, you guys obviously put a lot of emphasis on that aspect of the job, and I think the experience itself, it's really helpful for a lot of people wanting to pursue this, this career, even as a soft time thing. In terms of the travel teams, are you guys making sure that a lot of different people are getting that travel experience, or do you notice that it's mostly your executive board, or it's mostly certain people doing multiple kinds of travel?
So we have really been trying to figure out a way so multiple people can go on travel things. So right now, especially for sports, we usually have our sports producer go because he is the head of the section of that branch. And then he tries to get 2 different members every time to go and travel. So they went to media camp last week. He had one of his members that he really trusts, and then a new member who's never done it before, who he also has seen good things happen. So we have really been trying to expand and broaden that as well. So everybody can try and get at least one opportunity to travel. So it depends on the branch that we are going in. So we have 5 different branches. So if the sports team is trying to go, we're going to get people who want to go into the sports industry, and it's very important for their careers as well.
Yeah, I think I'd recommend an emphasis on that
Yeah.
specific aspect of the student experience, because you guys provide a really good blanket opportunity for a lot of people that are really interested in media.
Yeah.
Right.
And then one last question. So how many trips do you expect to go to in one season? What's the amount exactly?
I don't know about an exact amount. Maybe, are you talking about sports specifically?
Sports specific.
I would say we've been trying to go to at least 4, just a fair amount so we can get some kind of coverage. And then also, because we don't just cover U of H sports, we try to cover all sports. Obviously for travel, we're gonna go to U of H because, go Cougs. But it just depends on which sport we're going to and all of that. But 4 times just to see. And it also depends on how much they cost as well. It depends if we're driving, if we're flying, all of that.
And those 4 trips will be covered by the $7,000 in FY27.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Any additional questions?
Just one more. So you said that you wanted to do more outreach with students and for like the marketing specifically. What marketing efforts are you guys trying to do to kind of recruit more students and just get more engagement within TV?
Okay, so obviously we've been trying to promote our film festival as much. That's why I talked about it so much through this presentation. And then also going to every single tabling event we have been asked to go to. So we've been going to Cougar Preview, which is where admissions and tours goes and does tabling events for that. We get a lot of emails asking, hey, can we go table at this event? And I try to promote our chief communications officer to go to every single event. So people know about Coog TV and things are happening with that as well. And obviously our social media presence is very important to this as well. So we do this with collaborating with other organizations, making sure that everybody just has our name out. So yard signs around campus, having the Starbucks board, always having our name on it, and just making sure that we are a face at the University of Houston.
All right, that should be it. Thank
All
you
right,
so much.
thank you guys so much. I really appreciate y'all.